It's been one whole year of Lost Ark. Hurrah! Hurrah! What have I actually accomplished in this game so far? What are my item levels? How many Makoko seeds do I have? How many accounts do I have? Am I still free to play? What do I plan on doing next? You might look around and find out. Now, don't mind this Shadow Hunter over here. She's 1445. I'm not about to move my camera so you can see that. She is dead to me. I do not care about my Shadow Hunter anymore. I abandoned her long ago. She has like 3,000 bound leaps on her because I keep doing Argos for the sweet cash. Moving on to old Doubleton. My sweet, sweet paladin that I had so much fun playing until 2 months ago. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, every time I gotta click on this dude to go do a raid, I'm bored out of my mind and I cannot wait to get off this character. So after a month and a half of doing that, I have made him the highest eye level low paying alt in my roster, and he will be replaced as soon as Slayer comes out because this little assassin is getting replaced by a striker. That's one of my biggest future plans here, but let's keep going on to old mini Thunderbird here. This actually was my second character that I made after my gunslinger, but I just started to get really bored of her. I'd have fun. She's an ignition sorceress. I built the best in slot meta build, spec crit, and I was just tired of feeling like a sloth running around. I wasn't having any fun for months, but now she's back, baby. It is so much fun now because I made a spec swift build and I am freaking loving it. The build I have is amazing to play. It's super fun and it still does damn good damage. Very good damage. That is why she's only 1523, because as you can see, these top three lassies right here, my Glavier, my Gunslinger, and my Blade are all 1540. That's because I was for sure that I really enjoyed playing all of these classes. And I was like, yes, I want to take them to at least Gates 1 and 2 Brel and get them to 1540. But now I'm 100% sure about my Sorceress, and I'm like, let's freaking pump it, baby. It's going to be freaking sick. My next goal immediately for my vertical progression, for my vertical progression for this roster is to get my Sorceress to 1540. So let's go ahead and get into my top three. These are without a doubt the most fun classes that I've had consistently throughout the time of me playing this roster. I still think that my favorite class is the Glavier. There's no doubt about it. I've loved playing her since she came out, and that is not going to change. So as soon as I get my Sorceress to 1540, I'm going to juice her to 1560. Which I already have all the mats. I have the gold, I have the silver, I have the shards. Everything's pretty much good to go. Actually, I do need some shards, but that's what's going to happen in the near future. As soon as the golden frog leaves and we're able to rock and roll, then she's going to be 1560. And then I will also be getting these 3 to 1560 ASAP, which I might be able to do before Brel. It depends on when she arrives in Arcasia in April, because that's when she's supposed to be here. So if it's towards the end of April, I do think that I can probably get all for 3 of these other tunes to 1560 or very close, because I have the mats. It's just a matter of gold and silver. Now, as far as these lonely boys and girls over here, these are just my low paying alts. I bought 6 character slots, not all at one time, but each individual after each other, when I was like, man, this class seems super fun. Oh, this class seems super fun. I want to play this one. I want to play this one. I want to play this one. And so I just kept making slots. It was not in the intention of having a ton of alts to just go and farm silver with at Low Pang Island, but it was an attempt to just keep enjoying the game that I enjoyed playing. But what I'm even more interested in is what eye level y'all are at. What does your roster look like? I'm super curious because I see so many different responses in my comment section to my videos that would suggest maybe you're in a lower eye level situation, like somewhere between 1302 and 1445. And then sometimes I get people that seem like they're probably up right around where I'm at as well. So I'm very curious to hear where you're at and what your plans are and what you're trying to accomplish right now. So let me know in the comments below, please. I'm interested to hear it. But moving on to the horizontal progression, or lack thereof. I believe I'm actually 0% progressed in my horizontal progression as far as Makoko seeds, stars, giant hearts, all that kind of stuff. I could be wrong though, and for the returning people who watched my last account update video at 2,500 hours, which to be very specific, I'm at about 3,200 hours now, and about a year into Lost Ark. And again, I just hate finding Makoko seeds. Like, I do not care about this, guys, and that's okay. You know, like, even all of my things, even my Igni tokens, the whole incentive to do this was to get this Bifrost key and this greater skill point potion. That's it. I do not care about this Purified rune. I do not care about this Delaying Armor card. I do not care about this mount, actually, because, to be honest, I like this mount better. It's freaking sick. Look at this. Whee! Okay, I like this stuff, and there's always going to be a new mount. Even if I got that mount, the next mount that came to the shop, I'd probably be like, dude, that's dope. I'm going to try to get that. So there's not really much of a point for me to farm for that stuff when I could be farming the things that I do like. And as a side note, I really do think that you should play the game the way you enjoy, with whatever way that is. And this is a big reason I tend not to play the S tier build. I like to switch them around and find builds that I really enjoy that still satisfy my need to do damage and to perform well. But also that I really, really have fun with. So I will be making build videos later on. But back to the horizontal progression, there is none. I've not done anything at all towards this, so there's nothing to see here, folks. Am I free to play F2P? Well, I think that the really die-hard people would say I'm free to play plus, okay? And that's because I bought character slots, which enables me to have more mats from pyre vendors, things like that, even though it's totally useless now. After you get to Brel gear and Brel mats, having more than 6, you know, my roster in particular, it does not help me at all, those bottom 6, except for silver gains. I guess I am free to play plus. I've never bought gold with my real money. The only thing I've bought with real money are those character slots and the middle tier of the Arc Pass. And actually, I didn't even buy it on the second one. I bought it on the first one because it was really good. But the second one, I was like, I don't really need it because I farmed so much. So I guess I'm a little free to play plus, but I'm definitely not spending money on the game to try to get gold to rush my progression, because I'm really happy with my progression. I play very, very efficiently in my eyes to progress vertically and at the pace that is fun to me. So I don't really feel a need to do that. I'm a pretty patient person. Delayed gratification and all that, I'm good with it. The biggest thing I spend my gold on is anything that is going to continue pushing me vertically, and skins. This is something that I have a lot of fun with. I like customizing my character. I wish they would bring Yaz's Jar to the West in some form or fashion, because I run Abyssal Dungeons sometimes for card runs. Not too often do I have a lot of time to do that, but sometimes I do. And then I get the weapon drop and I look at the weapon, I put it on my Glavier or my Sorceress or whatever it is, and I'm like, dude, that weapon looks sick. If we had Yaz's Jar, I could craft that and actually use that as my weapon skin and have that. That is so cool to me. And just having more options and being able to dye skins and all this stuff. Like, for example, this skin, I have the Omen mask on, but get out of your bubble. I have the Omen mask on, but I was like, man, you know, I really need this to work. So I made this stuff orange, and I'm like, dude, I'm kind of digging this right now. It looks kind of cool. Looks like some kind of warrior. I wanted to match in Rowan, so I made something with a little bit of fur. This is the outfit. This is the fit. So I like spending my gold on vertical progression and skins. And on that note, tell me what you like to spend your gold on. Do you just buy a ton of skins? Do you try to rush your characters? You're buying a ton of mats. What do you spend your gold on? I'm very curious. Let me know. Tell me down in the comments below. Let's touch on my alternate roster real quick. So as you can see, I have these two beauties just sitting here at 1472.5. Why am I doing that? Well, it's because I do not want to have the extra stress on my week by trying to have them in clown at 1475 or like 1480, because it's hard to get a party with a support at that eye level. It's really, really tough unless you have like a static group, but I pug literally all of my raids. You need a support or it's going to be a real hellhole when you get into the raid. And I don't want to have to deal with trying to find a party to do that on top of, you know, finishing my Brels and doing all those types of things. So I'd much rather just chill, collect my mats, and then be able to jump from 1472.5 to 1490 and just start doing Brel. That's what I'm going to do because my Berserker is 5x3. He's got all good gear, right stats, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to hop right into Brel as soon as I have enough mats and I have enough disposable gold to actually hone him and everything like that. Now, as far as the Reaper, I really need to make an update video on this because I really enjoy this character still, and if you saw my original video, I was so hyped about it. And now I'm just like, man, it's just not as exhilarating as it used to be. A lot of it has to do with the fact that you're doing so much and receiving back so little, and you don't have a whole lot of room for error, especially with a full swiftness build. So I wanted to instead go half and half, which is the traditional meta build for Hunger Reaper. But I looked at the accessories to switch from Swift to Spec on some of them, and it's like 20 to 30K for a good blue accessory, which is pretty standard for good engravings, but I don't want to spend that gold. And so I'm just letting her simmer right now, and we'll see what happens in the near future. I'm not sure what'll happen, but we'll see. But mostly this account is really just, I just play my Berserker. I really enjoy, I play a Berserker's technique. Berserker is super, super fun. I love playing this class. I love the big damage. I love these just hulking around with a big ass sword, swiping at people, doing huge damage. I MVP all the time, even against like 1500s, 1505s and stuff like that. It's pretty freaking sick. Berserker's technique is really good, and it's about to get even better. I really enjoy playing this class. The rest of these just kind of fund gold. They get silver. I don't do any dailies per se, except for low paying every once in a while on these two, and I only do the raids really on my Reaper, but I do all of my dailies on my Berserker when they're rested. This is the only time I do dailies. Even the Una's task, I only do them rested because I try to be as efficient as possible with my time. As far as this summoner, obviously she's level 50. I played her for about 5 minutes and I was like, dude, I gotta go do something else because I have way too many Brels to freaking clear right now. She's just been chilling, but I do plan to make an artist. That's not an artist. I plan to make an artist whenever she comes out this upcoming month, which I'm super excited about, but I'm not going to be power passing her. I'm going to use my power pass on a striker. I'm going to use the event on my striker. Hopefully it is juicy AF. I'm hoping we get a power pass past South Vern, so I don't have to freaking do South Vern again. I really hope that that's the case. Also, that the event will lead us up to about 1460, 1475. That'd be sick, along with giving us access to being able to craft Legion Raid gear with lower mat costs, or just giving us some bonus mats, something like that, so we can really progress quickly to be able to get through Clown and or Brel, because in their patch notes, they were talking about the fact that they wanted us to be ready for Brel Hard when it came out. And Brel Hard comes out 1 month after this Power Pass and event. So it's gotta be freaking spicy. What are my future plans? Well, the first thing that I'm going to try to do until the Power Pass and event is to level up my Sorceress. I really want to get her to 1540 because that way she's good to go. At least week 1, she's doing gate 1 to 2. Now we still have plenty of time before that to keep leveling her up. On the other terms of my characters, after I get her to 1540, I'm going to get my Glavier to 1560, or I'm going to do my damnedest to get her there. Past that, then I'm going to be honing these 3 up to 1550 a piece, and then 1560 a piece as more mats come in. And of course, buy my Striker's accessories, my Striker's gems, my Striker's tripods, and I will not be going for level 5 straight off the rip. I'll probably get go for level 4s because there's a 50% chance that I can get it. So I'd much rather have level 4s than spend 100,000 gold and only get a few level 5s if my luck's really bad. So sometimes it does tend to be, and I don't want to chance it. Super psyched for the near future, but I want you to tell me, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve in this game? Where are you at? What do you want to do next? What are you excited for? That's what I want to know. So please tell me down in the comments. I would love to hear it. And also, guys, if you enjoyed any part of this video, if you enjoyed my skins, if you enjoyed looking at my goofy face, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's free and it helps me out a ton One of my biggest goals for my YouTube channel is by the end of the year getting 2,500 subscribers, and we are on the way. And so if you liked this type of content, or if you've seen any of my other videos that you enjoy, consider subscribing, because I'm going to keep this up. And it's really fun to make all these videos, and not to mention a ton of you have been asking me to make other ones like Glavier guides, what my off meta builds are, what my my gunslinger rotation, all this kind of stuff. And it's super fun to talk about and go over. And if you're about that at all, hit that subscribe button. I will see you on the next video.